What's happening, people, and once again, welcome back to CubCamTV for another edition of CubReacts as we jump into a brand new single. This one, it's been talked about for a hot minute, Ice Prince Ckay. It goes by the name of Shakara. Now, I've been looking forward to getting into this one. It's been on my to-do list all week. They've been talking about it all week on Twitter, so I'm very excited to jump into it. As always, if you haven't already, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff as we hurtle towards 15K. We're trying to get there before Christmas. Hopefully, we can do that. Now, yeah, this is a tune that I'm very interested to get into. It's the first time reviewing Ice Prince on the channel. We've done a few bits on Ckay recently. I'm just excited in general to see where this one goes, man. I'm excited for the collaboration in general. They've both been talking about it a lot online, so hopefully it doesn't disappoint. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. Very nice guitar, very indie sounding. Very smooth. So already the sort of angle I think they're likely to be taking on this is, again, a lot more sort of pop-centric. You can tell that by the sort of melodies that are being played on the acoustic guitar. It definitely has that sort of, I suppose sad boy is the best way to describe it, but it has a very kind of emotive feel. And again, quite relatable, assumingly, in the layout of the tune. Let's see where it goes. Drums are nice. Woo. Really nice melodies, stacking the vocals. Woo. You know what? I'm getting proper throwback to early like Neo vibes on this one. The way the tune sounds, the sort of melodies that are being used, very sort of R&B style melodies, very sort of almost lullaby melodies in the way they're being built. Again, I'm loving the stacking of vocals from Ckay. I love the way he does do his own harmonizing, and it always sounds very, very clean, very soothing. I'm up very early today to get this one done, so this is nice. It's a nice thing to hear first thing in the morning. This is really nice, isn't it? So, instrumentally, this one is very, very simple from the layout. You've got this lead guitar line running through the middle. You've got very simple drum structures as well, which are doing bits, don't get me wrong, but it is a very simply laid out tune. I like the approach to it, though. It does give Ckay essentially room to maneuver vocally, but it is essentially bass line, snares, slash clicks, with that lead guitar line and vocal. That's pretty much it so far. I'm assuming other things are going to happen, but instrumentally, very, very stripped back.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling, dance all queen. Let me give you loving like an African king.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Fresh.
So this is Ice Prince.
Body sweeter than a J down tangerine. You know I like that. I like that. If they thought you were gonna fight back.
Cool flow, to be fair.
Feeling like I'm on.
I mean, the immediate sort of comparison I'm going to make is there are elements of his voice and elements of his tonality that do remind me of early Shaggy. That's not a bad thing. Some people would say that's a bad thing. It's not. For me, Shaggy is one of the most influential artists in the world. Always has been. And I think it's a cool kind of take on the approach for this one. I always like it when people come with a rap approach over what is essentially a sort of Afrobeat infused R&B tune. I like the approach, man. I think he sounds really cool, sounds very composed, sounds very well put together. It's interesting.
The right track, and nobody figured it your matter the way you got it your matter, baby. I've been around the world 360, but I keep falling in love like me tipsy. I
like the pattern.
On the weekly, might be gone till November. I'll be right back quickly for you.
So, we know Ckay goes sort of viral on TikTok now. That's one of the things that's kind of helped him blow up as an artist, which is always cool to see. I wonder if this is going to get that same sort of treatment. Like, obviously, Love Nantiti got that international kind of TikTok love. I wonder if this one will as well. I really like Ice Prince's verse, man. I like the fact that he does do those sort of callbacks to sort of very classic R&B slash sort of dancehall tunes. Obviously, the intro doing the ring-a-ling-a-ling sort of bar, then obviously going back to the Gone Till November line in there as well. It's kind of cool, like referencing quite popular stuff to kind of, to an extent, kind of, I'm trying to think of the best way, transfer the energy that people recognise those songs for onto the verse. It's a cool approach. I'm enjoying this. And this is catchy as hell, man. Again, using this bridge in the middle. For playing live shows, this will be a really useful bit. This is a very good time to kind of hype up a crowd. This is a very good time to kind of catch your breath. It's a good time for the sort of band to realign. If there's any sort of on-stage choreography, it's a very good time to realign there. And it's a good time just to kind of get cheers going as well. Like, it's a useful kind of thing to throw in the middle of the tunes. I love hearing sort of bridges and breaks in the middle of tunes like this because it does give the whole sort of thing a sense of depth, and it gives the whole thing a sense of importance as well to an extent.
I feel blessed, I got zero stress. My shorty the best, I did see no mess. Not only she did badu my
I love his approach, man.
She give me my gangsta respect. I'ma do whatever make her happy. Cause when I was down, I she did pay for taxi. When all the girls saw me like a fucking skunk, she never hung me, never played me like a talking.
What I really like about the verse is the fact that he is bringing melodies, but he's keeping it completely organic vocal-wise. As far as I can tell, there is no electronic kind of alternation on this. Now, don't get me wrong, I have no issue with people that use autotune. I say it on this channel all the time. I actually encourage people to use autotune because it gives you something different. It turns your voice into more of a sort of deployable instrument rather than just a vocal line. However, I like the fact on this, with the sort of stripped back nature of the instrumental, the sort of minimalism of the melodies, I like the fact that Ice Prince is kind of bringing those vocals and bringing the melodies within the vocals without them being electronically affected. I think it adds to the overall kind of feel and vibe of the tune really nicely. And again, solid work.
So tell me why I no go brag, why I no go carry you for head, why I no go marry you instead, why we no go shy you, why we no go jolly for my bed. You go make a nigga spend all in bread.
Nice break into the hook as well. And as always with Ckay, as always with Ckay, it looks like we've got yet another earworm for the collection, man. This guy, I don't know how he does it, but every single time he comes out of the studio, he seems to have one of the catchiest hooks out there. It's such a talent, and it's such an underrated talent to come up with catchy hooks and catchy chorus lines, especially on tunes like this that are so stripped back. This tune is almost entirely made by Ckay's hook melody. And that's the bit that people are going to remember. People are going to remember the da 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 da. If I've remembered it. If not, that's very dumb of me. But you can sort of hit, that's the catchy bit of the tune. That's the bit that people are going to sing along to. That's the bit where a DJ in a show is going to turn the volume down and you're going to hear the people in the crowd singing along to it. So well done. Again, minimal drums the whole way through. Woo! Well, this is nice. Something a bit different melody-wise. I definitely feel towards the end of a tune like this as well, you have to put something, you have to have some kind of outro, and obviously this tune has been all about their sort of back and forth. Having that additional sort of instrumental element at the end is quite a cool way of just kind of adding an extra level of liveliness and a good way of kind of signing out. It's going, cool, this is now the swan song of the tune. This is the final section, the final act, the final dance, and it works.
July Sonic.
There we go then. Ice Prince, Ckay, that one, Shakara. Very, very cool tune. I love the way it's put together. I love their back and forth. I definitely like Ice Prince's approach as well. Very happy to finally get something from him on the channel in regards to reviewing it, obviously. And I think Ckay's, he is a superstar, man. I think he is an undeniable superstar at this point. Everything he touches turns to gold. He does fantastic features all the time. And I definitely think that it's the back and forth and the differentiation between the two that makes this tune quite special. I love the fact that Ice Prince comes out with a very sort of organic rap approach, but still has those vocal melodies running throughout the tune. And then on top of that as well, when you kind of double everything up, you get this much more kind of harmonic style from Ckay, which is what makes the tune so catchy. Really, really like the sounds of this one. And hopefully you guys did enjoy this reaction and breakdown as well. If you did, please make sure you're hitting the subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. That's it from me, though. We shall see you all next time. I'm sure there's going to be loads more videos for us to review today. It's Thursday after all. But yeah, have a good rest of the day, and we'll catch you all later. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But it's sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.